Hello, I'm Jeff Patterson. Today we're going to talk about initiating, getting students ready to spar, getting some ideas on how you can implement some of the sparring strategies, how to do it safe, and build up their confidence so they feel good about getting in the ring and kind of playing a little bit. So first thing I want to talk about is just overall safety. When you're getting in the ring, you want to make sure you have good equipment. You have good gloves, you have the right mouthpiece, you have headgear. If you're doing sparring, you want to wear pads, whatever that is, make sure they're safe. There's a lot of gloves out there that aren't safe for sparring in. You want to make sure that it's a good, solid, regulated sparring glove. It's too easy to get cut through a boxing glove, especially if you're not wearing headgear and don't have the proper equipment. The next thing, especially in the beginning when you're starting out, and really any time, even if you're training with a seasoned boxer, you want to have a somewhat agreed upon level of training. So when you guys are going into the ring, say we're going to go 50%, we're going to go 75%, whatever it is, something that you guys both feel comfortable with, and you want to respect your training partner. So with your training partner, if you notice that maybe you're a little more advanced than them and they can't keep up with you, back off a little bit, give them some feeds, work your game so they feel comfortable, because if you can pick them up and make them feel better and they like playing with you, they're going to help you and you're going to get better, so everybody's kind of working together. So you want to show that mutual respect. Another thing that's really good to do is to isolate the techniques. And this is really great whether you're a seasoned fighter and you're working on trying to develop a certain skill that maybe you're not that great on, or even if you're a new boxer or Muay Thai or MMA, whatever it is, and you're just not comfortable with doing 20 different things at the same time. You could go in and say, okay, this round we're just going to spar working on the jab, or we're just going to spar working hands today if we're working Muay Thai, or we're just going to spar with the feet. You can kind of isolate different techniques and different things to develop those skills and also to develop your comfort level in the training. Another thing that's real important, probably one of the most important things, is not to let your ego get involved. If you take a shot, maybe they go a little bit hard and you guys agreed on 50% and then they hit you with 70%, 80%, back up, don't go, now I'm going to nail him, say, hey, let's keep it down a little bit. So if you guys communicate like that, you don't let your ego get involved, you don't try to get a chip on your shoulder and show him that you can now get him, you're going to get a lot more out of your training. The people that you're training with are going to like playing with you a lot more, and you're going to evolve a lot quicker in the game. Lastly, it's always good to have a goal or a strategy, some reason for why are you doing sparring today? What is it you're trying to accomplish today? Maybe it's every time you're throwing your jab, you're in your stance, you're kind of noticing your coach is telling you that your elbows are out too far, or maybe you're dropping your jab on the way back. Whatever it is, you have something that you're trying to polish, or maybe you're trying to work on a new fake or a new technique. You can use that as kind of your strategy for the day to try to improve your skill set through the boxing. If you just get in there and you go and you're just teeing off every day and you don't really have anything that you're working on, you will get some benefit from that maybe, but it's not going to be near as focused if you have a plan on something that you're doing. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go into the first stage of doing some sparring drills. In this stage, it's call it distance sparring. So there's no contact, but there's a couple different progressions that we play to help the person feel safe and feel comfortable with sparring. So Daniel, can you come here, please? So the first one is one person is going to be offense and the other person is going to be defense only. And so right now I'm going to be feeding, and we're only going to do the jab on this one. So we're going to pick an isolated tool. And again, you could do this with a right, or maybe with a left hook, or with a kick, or whatever it is you're working on. But for right now, we're just going to work it with the jab. So Daniel has a lot of different defenses he can play on the jab. He can work a slip, he can duck, he can snap back, he can parry, he can cover. There's a lot of different options. He can do a counter punch. Anything he wants, he's just going to be working his defensive techniques off of my jab. And if you notice, we're plenty outside of range, so there's no chance of a punch getting in. So if we go ahead and start, we're going to be moving around a little bit. Jab, jab, jab. Yes, so real basic idea, but he's going to start seeing that punch. He's going to start seeing how I set it up. He's going to feel comfortable. It's great for new boxers because they're not worried about getting hit. They're working on their reaction, and it's kind of fun. You're playing around, you're moving, you're working your footwork, you're seeing when you're out of balance, kind of all those things. So it's you're developing a lot of skills playing this one. The next variation is we're both going to be throwing the jab. So we're going to be doing slips and counters and blocks, but now we're both working offensive and defensive. So good. So real basic. Again, we're playing high jab, low jab. We're mixing it up, changing the rhythm. Now, next thing, the next stage in here is we're just going to do punching, but I'm going to go random punching. So when I feed, I might throw the jab, I might throw the straight right, uppercut, hook. I'm just going to mix it up, play in different rhythms. So I might throw 2 count, 3 count, singles, and just mix up my strategy. So here. Yeah, good. So then the next one, I'm sure you probably guessed it, we're both playing. So he's feeding, I'm feeding, and we're just flowing. Yeah, okay, good. So in this first video, the main goal is kind of your just awareness and strategy and how to approach sparring, giving you a couple ideas of how you can integrate some of these drills and start to play and get in that first couple steps. There's a whole series of these sparring strategies that I'm going to put together for you guys. So stay tuned. I think I've got 15 sparring breakdowns that we're going to do, that we're going to put together. So hopefully you're enjoying the content in this one. Stay tuned. Next week I'll have another one out for you, and we'll just kind of keep building on that. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel below if you like the content, and like the video. So we appreciate your time. Again, if you have any questions too, comment below. I'm happy to try to get back to you. If you have anything you want to see, or maybe something that didn't come up in the video, you have a question on it, shoot it out there and I'll try to get back to you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.